Out of all of the diet trends that have swept the globe, such as
paleo diet,
the Mediterranean diet,
the keto diet,
the low-carb diet,
there is one that has absolutely skyrocketed, and that's veganism. Companies who have traditionally been meat-focused are creating products to meet the trend, and documentaries like Game Changers and Cowspiracy have been launched highlighting the health, environmental, and economic impacts of shifting to a plant-based diet. But there is an even more extreme subset of veganism that dives even deeper, which is known as raw veganism, and is arguably the cleanest diet in the world. Raw veganism has the same principles as standard veganism, whereby you do not eat any animal-derived products. However, it forbids the consumption of foods that have been heated at temperatures above 48 degrees Celsius, which means no frying, baking, and definitely no microwaving. This follows the theory that when you cook food, you're eliminating the natural enzymes and nutrients, theoretically making them less digestible, and reduces the life force that this community believes exists in all raw or living foods. And after eating an entire week of exclusively fast and ultra-processed food in last week's video, I'm in need of a detox. So I'll enter a full week of this diet with a curious and open mind to see how it will affect me mentally, physically, and financially, and speak to a dietitian and holistic health and wellness coach to get a better understanding of how this diet actually works. If we could just chat through why someone would try this diet over normal veganism or over just a standard healthy diet.
People would be expecting to have kind of the health benefits of thinking it's going to help with their body in terms of a claimed detox or cleanse in the body, which is often kind of a misconception that we can get. There's lots of benefits. It could be for more environmental reasons. It could be for in terms of benefits for reducing long-term chronic health conditions, so type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease.
What are some of those side effects that I would experience?
If we are going on an extreme version of any particular diet and we're limiting the net amount of calories that we would normally be getting, so what can happen is, number one, rapid weight loss could occur. Could be largely from losing that water and the glycogen in our body. You kind of can feel quite dizzy, tired, and lack of energy. In terms of micronutrients that would probably be lacking if you were to follow this for a longer period of time: long-chain omega polyunsaturated fatty acids, B12, vitamin D, calcium, iron, zinc, last one, iodine.
I've been sitting here researching meal ideas for the last couple of hours, and it's been quite tricky because I just don't know if it's going to taste good, if it's going to fill me up enough. But I feel like mostly that's because I just don't have experience with veganism at all, let alone raw veganism. In the end, I do have a list of ingredients that I do need, so I'll see you at the supermarket. This is the haul. We've got a lot of fruits and veggies here. However, this cost $130. This, just fruits and veggies. Because realistically, all of this is just gonna last me probably like a couple of days. It wouldn't last me much longer than that. But I am starving, so I'm gonna prepare something right now, and I'll show you what I prepared. After 2 hours of filming that sequence, I am gonna finally enjoy eating this lunch. Very good. Now, one of the greatest vegan debates is...
how do vegans get enough protein?
Generally speaking, in a traditional Western diet, you would get your primary source of protein from meat, seafood, or eggs. But in a raw vegan diet, you need to be gathering protein primarily from legumes, seeds, and nuts. But some of these products can be toxic when eaten raw, so they need to be activated through a sprouting process. Also, you would have to eat a large volume of these products to be able to get the adequate amount of protein. Good morning. Today is day 2, and I gotta say, my stomach feels quite light, and I had a really good sleep. But I'm on my way to meet one of my friend Sejin, who is a personal trainer and holistic health and wellness coach, who's going to take me through her experience as a vegan and with raw veganism. We're going to go and get some raw vegan brekkie, but first, a workout. And then kick.
It's smoothie time.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, that is so good. All right, so how did you get into veganism?
I was traveling and then watched the documentary Cowspiracy, which I think a lot of people have.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, I think I want to take more responsibility of my actions. So it actually started more for environmental reasons. I think I was vegan probably for like handful of months, maybe 3-4 like strictly. And yeah, enjoyed it. I think it opened up a lot of doors, but since then I've also reintroduced fish and eggs.
What was the reason why you added it in?
A few reasons. One, for me, it wasn't sustainable socially. I really love going out. I think maybe I wasn't strong enough to say no. Also, I was having hormonal issues, which is a really big thing with raw vegan as well.
So what's your thoughts on like the subset of veganism being raw veganism? As a health and wellness coach, like would you ever recommend it?
Yeah, well, if someone expressed interest in it, I'd definitely be questioning where it's coming from. So if it's like yourself, you want to try something new, you want to challenge yourself. The good parts of it is so many vegetables, so much fruit. You're going to get probably more nutrients and fiber and things like that than you ever have. You also indirectly cut out all processed foods, alcohol, coffee. If you need to lose weight, I think it can be helpful because you're just indirectly going to also reduce your calories. It's very restricting and isolating as well. Like I'm a holistic health coach, so like, for sure what you eat is really important, but also how you socialize, your relationship with your body and yourself. You have to prepare a lot of time.
Yeah.
And that time as well, like I think everyone here is very busy, so it's like, will you actually make the time to soak and sprout chickpeas and make it a raw hummus? The reason why I'd ask someone why they want to be raw plant-based. A lot of people in general, we have a very complex relationship with our body and food. There are some people, not everyone, but quite a lot of people use this as a guise to get to the body that they want. But having a formal kind of label allows people to potentially undereat or restrict a lot of things under the guise of being healthy.
Oh, hello! Just a slight intermission.
I guess just to not be scared of it, but to really question what your reasons would be, to give it a shot for a short term, learn a lot, but then find a bit more sustainable way of eting that will allow, for the social interactions you want, for the enjoyment as well, like meant to enjoy life.
Awesome, thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, God, I'm not having fun anymore. Literally since yesterday, I've become extremely bloated. I'm super gassy. I've got a crippling headache. I'm really hungry. I'm cold all the time. And honestly, I'm just feeling really, really under the weather. But apparently these are some of the symptoms I'm meant to expect from going on a raw vegan diet, especially detoxing from such an unhealthy diet that I was on last week. Yeah, just such a turn of events from literally yesterday. But we're gonna push through, and I think the only way to stop all of these symptoms is to eat more. So I'm gonna go and prep some food. All right, so here, I prepared a few things. We've got raw vegan brownie, chia seed pudding, soaked cashews, and some soaked almonds, which literally took me forever to unpeel. So I'm gonna turn these into salad dressings and nut milk that I can use for smoothies and for salads. And then these are just gonna be what I'm gonna snack on throughout the day. And the next few days of the challenge were actually more enjoyable. I tried making raw vegan spaghetti, lettuce and almond tacos, and even a decadent dessert. But I realized that once I changed my mindset from one that looked only at the things I couldn't eat to one that saw this as an opportunity to try new recipes, flavors, and textures,
Actually pretty good.
I realized how a positive and open mindset can make even the most challenging or mundane scenarios in your life a rewarding experience. And with day 5 officially completed, I had lost 1.4 kilograms.
That is a lot of weight. But I guess it's kind of expected when I've only eaten 7,320 calories, which is so much less than I normally eat.
All right, in total, we have spent $143.35 for every single meal this week. And I want to say, vegans and raw vegans, I respect you, I appreciate you. This diet takes a lot of time, money, dedication, and discipline to stay on it. And I don't think it is for me personally, but I'm glad I've tried it because it's made me really appreciate the foods that I do eat even more, and it was a pretty difficult challenge. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Check out last week's video here and another one you might like here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.